Hey,
Hello. Welcome back.
long time no see.
Yes, very long time, 30 minutes.
Well, I continue.
Mhm.
Nature Trail.
Yeah, we're almost done. Um, oh yeah, we did the yeah. So how did the
Yes,
Maple Leafs fare in the first round of the playoffs?
in the first round, the Maple Leafs faced off against the Ottawa Senators, rekindling the Battle of Ontario.
Kindling.
Kindling, kindling. It's a kindling the Battle of Ontario rivalry. Toronto won the series in 6 games, advancing, adva- advancing to the second round.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many rounds are there? It goes 16, 8,
16, 8,
4, 2.
4,
So
2,
four rounds. Yeah.
4 rounds. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Uh, sorry, Fan. What's the status of their second round series against the Florida Panthers?
The second round series has been a roller coaster. What's mean?
So you know a roller coaster goes up and down and all
Mm.
around.
Well,
So
so win
uh,
one, win one.
win, loss, win, tie, do,
Mm,
yeah,
mm, mm. Toronto took an early 2-0 lead, but Florida bounced back with 3 straight wins. Facing elimination, the Leafs won Game 6 uh, with a 2-0 shutout thanks to Joseph Wall's 22 saves and Austin Matter's first goal of the series. The series of now tied 3-3 with Game 7 sets determine who advanced to the Eastern Conference Final. Wow, wow,
yeah. So
wow.
like I told you before, there's the West and the East. There's
Hmm.
8 teams on each side.
Hmm.
Then so the quarterfinals is the
Quarterfinal.
Eastern finals and the Western
Hmm.
finals, and then there's
Hmm.
the together finals.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Together final, what's name? World Series?
It's
What's name?
playoffs. We just call
Playoffs.
it
Okay.
playoffs.
Call it
So finals, playoff. Yeah.
finals playoff. Okay. Nice.
Okay. So what's the status of? Oh, I already read that one. Sorry. uh, when and where is Game Seven scheduled?
Game 7 will be Game 7 will be played on Sunday, May 18 at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto.
Scotia.
Scotia. Scotia.
It's not a T. It's not a T. It's Scotia.
Sco- Scotia.
I.
Scotia.
It's a Scottish word. It means Scotland.
Ah, Scotia.
Uh, yeah,
Scotiabank.
because yeah.
Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. The winner will advance to the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. In Canada, we have a province called Nova Scotia. Nova
Hmm.
in Scottish means new, and
Yeah,
Scotia means Scotland. So it's
Scotland.
New Scotland in Canada, and a
Hmm.
bank was there. So Scotia Bank from Scotland.
Scotiabank.
Yeah.
Scotiabank.
Anyways,
Wow.
any notable incidents during the series?
Yes, Game 4 ended with a controversial hit by Toronto's Max Domi on Florida captain Alexander Barkov, leading to the full team brawl. The indicates
The incident.
uh, incident intensified the rivalry and added drama to the series. Uh,
Yeah. It was a big fight. Like
big
everyone
fight.
was fighting. Brawl, right? A brawl.
Wow, wow,
um,
wow.
I don't I don't know how many, but it looked like there's a lot. There's a lot of people fighting. There's a lot of people fighting.
Wow,
But that's
amazing.
normal in hockey. That's normal.
Do do you popular Russian player? Slav player. It's
The most
so
famous-
Barkov. It's a Russian. Barkov.
Yes.
Russian or Slav.
He's Slavic. But
Slavic.
the problem is I don't know where, because Ukraine, like, Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. His name is Vladimir, and that's the same name as Vladimir in Russia.
Vladimir.
So they sound very similar, right? Vladimir and Vladimir. So I don't know if that is Ukrainian or Russian or Belarus, but it is Slavic. It could even be Polish. It could even be Polish. So I don't know, but there is a lot of Russians in the NHL. I don't normally follow the players because eventually they leave, right? My favorite player was when I was a child, and they don't play anymore because they're like in their 50s, right?
Wow.
So
50s.
I don't normally follow the players too much. But
too much.
who was the Russian guy? Was It was I forget the famous one. It was Alexander Czech. No. This is an older guy. He was very famous from Russia. I forget. This was like 10 years ago, though, so I don't remember the names of people. I'm terrible with names.
Russian and Slav guy players don't popular in Major League Baseball.
Player countries. I'm pretty sure it goes like 50% Canadians, like 30% Americans. A lot from Russia, a lot from Sweden, but technically you could be from any part of the world. But of course, it's mainly from like colder countries, right? So remember, with hockey, it's very easy for cold countries to play, but for hot countries like Vietnam, there's 0 players from Vietnam.
Yeah, 100%. Asian players a few. Okay. Lakhnow in NHL. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thanks for the update. Yeah.
Thanks for
Good.
updates. Yeah. Okay. Let's try.
I looked it up, and it was 434 players from Canada. So a lot of players from Canada. But anyways, that's okay. Let's go to your weekly questions.
Yeah, thank you. Please wait.
Yeah, no problem.
What is your... Oh. Yeah. Okay. So maybe last lesson I read this sentence. Please try again.
Okay, sounds good.
What
is your typical approach to making a choice?
I always thinking about how a decision will affect my future before I make it. I try not to regret my choices, no matter what happens later. For instance, when I picked my university and job, I took time to look at all the options and choose what felt right at the time. That's why I'm ready to enjoy whatever choices come next. That's all.
I think I told you last time that I try to just make sure there's little choices so that it's easy to pick, right? Because if you have 100 choices, it's very difficult. But if you have 2 choices, it's very easy, right?
I'm pick up the 3 option A, B, C.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
More than
yeah.
2 or 3. Okay, thank you.
It just kind of depends on the subject. Yeah.
Let's try. Please ask me a question.
Okay. Your screen is frozen.
Frozen, really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You're like this right now. Still.
Wow. Okay. I really know. How do you usually make big decisions? My answer, I think about the future and talk to someone I trust. 2, do you think it's important to avoid regrets? Yeah, even if it goes wrong. I try not to regret it. 3, what kind of decisions are hardest for you? Ones that affect my family or relationship? 4, have you ever made a decision you later questioned? Yeah, I once took a job I wasn't sure about. 5, what helps you feel confident in your choices? I write down pros and cons and think it through. The 6, how do you gather information before choosing? I research online, ask people, and read reviews. 7, do you ask golfers for advice before deciding? Yeah, especially when I feel unsure. Have you followed your gut instead of logic? Yeah, sometimes but my gut just feels right. 9, how do you handle unexpected outcomes? I try to stay calm and learn from it. 10, what's one choice you are really proud of? Quitting my job to travel. It changes my life. Weekly question, weekly vocabulary, repetition, ambition, motivation, strength, weakness. Hey,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Okay. I switched computers. So, sorry.
Okay.
It's frozen on this side.
Okay.
But I'm back. Okay, so let's see these questions.
Okay. I finished the 10 question. We tried so.
Okay, perfect.
Did you watch? Did you watch screen? Now, do you watch screen?
Yeah. I can see everything. It's my computer that's slowing down. I have to use a different computer. So no problem.
Okay.
When might a decision have serious repercussions?
When I leave my job suddenly, it can really affect my future.
Okay. When have you felt strong ambition?
When I trained for Ironman race, I really wanted to finish.
Okay. What usually gives you motivation in your daily life?
Just thinking about my goals makes me want to keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Can you name a moment when you showed real strength?
じゃあ thinking about my goals makes me want to keep going.
Uh,  、 can you name a moment when you showed real strength? 、 uh, 、 can you name a moment when you showed real strength?
when I spoke English in front of a big group. That took guts.
Okay. When did a weakness make things harder for you?
I get nervous easily, so I sometimes mess up interviews.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of topics or hobbies catch your interest?
I'm recently into learning about other cultures now.
Okay. In what situation did you need a lot of endurance?
During a marathon, the last 5K was super tough.
Okay, that's true.
That's right.
You definitely need endurance for a marathon.
Marathon, yeah. Do you often use 7 words?
Repercussions, not really. Like repercussions just means like
affect.
Well, it means like after something happened, what happened. So, for example, I yell at you, and the repercussions could be you stop learning from me, right? Because you're like, Troy's an angry person. I don't want to learn from him. That could be the repercussions, right? Repercussions is generally used for like negative things after something bad happened.
That happens.
So that's why it's a bit rare, because it's kind of that situation.
Negative situation.
Yeah, ambition. It's just rare because you talk about your ambitions once, and then you never talk about it again, right? Like, oh, Troy, what's your goal? What's your ambition? Oh, I want to open a bakery. And then I never use ambition again. And you might ask about the bakery. And I'm like, yeah, the bakery's going along. I'm doing this. But I would never say, like, my ambitious bakery is doing this. So ambitious is a bit less as well. But it's still pretty common.
My thinking, interthinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motivation, strength, weakness, interest, endurance. Yeah, those are all good.
Okay.
Those are very common.
Let's try role-playing game. Life goals and decision. I've been thinking about changing my job recently.
That's a big step. Have you considered the possible repercussions?
Yeah, but I also have a strong ambition to grow more.
I get that. What's your main motivation for the change?
I want to do something that matches my strengths and interests.
Makes sense. What about your weaknesses? Can you handle them?
I think so. I've built more endurance from past challenges.
Okay. Then I'll say, go for it. Sounds like you're ready.
Nice.
Okay.
Is this correct words, correct sentence in this case?
Yes, repercussions would be good because, again, if you quit your job or change job, that's bad. So you might say repercussions because you're like, what if you don't get another job? What might happen? Yeah, those were the best ways to put it, I guess. Strengths, interests. Yeah, those seem quite normal for this kind of setting.
Okay.
But yeah.
Thank you. Let's try role-playing the Bronx.
Okay.
That's a big step. Have you considered the possible repercussion?
Yeah, repercussions.
Repercussion. Okay. Yeah, but I also have a strong ambition to grow more. That's your main motivation for the change. I want to do something that what is my weakness and interests. 5. What about your interests? Can you handle them? No, weakness. What about your weakness? Can you handle them? I built more interest.
Yeah, I built more
endurance.
right? Endurance.
Endurance from past challenges. Okay, that's all.
Good. Okay. Very good. Okay.
I often use endurance. It's running is endurance sports. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try one more question.
Perfect. Okay.
Please ask me.
If you could go back in time and change a major decision you made, would you? It's a good question.
A good question. Thank you. I wouldn't change a big decision I made in the past. At the time, I truly believed it was the best choice for me and my future. For instance, I once chose a path even though I didn't know what would happen. I followed my hope and did my best. That choice shaped who I'm today. That's why I respect and stand by my past decision. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. If I could go back in time and know the stuff I know now, I might do that because the biggest worry I would have is because of my mistakes or issues or whatever, they caused me eventually to do something good. So, for example, a big problem I had, I opened a bakery and it failed because of COVID. So if I could go back in time and not open the bakery yet and wait for COVID to leave, but if I did that, I might have never met my wife or come to Vietnam, and then I might not be married right now. So, yeah, I don't know. That would be a hard one to say, but yeah, I probably would just have all the problems and not go back in time. It's easier that way.
Before COVID-19, before opening the bakery, you have a two-way.
Exactly.
Wow.
I feel like it would have been very, very different if I chose to stop that. And I could say that for basically any big decision. Instead of going to school, because maybe I didn't learn too much from school. I mainly learned from working. So instead of going to school, I could have just continued working. But then I might have not have made certain friends. And if I didn't make those friends, I might have not have done a certain job or so on and so forth. So yeah, I don't like that. So I feel like I agree with you. I would just be like, it happened.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I continue the job. Now I made the money and getting a baby, or I'm not come back my hometown. Well, I don't know.
Well, and that's the other thing is, we have a saying, right? The grass is always greener on the other side. So people always go, well, if I didn't open the bakery in COVID, I would have all this money and I could maybe do something way better. But if you didn't open it in 2020, would you have opened it in 2021 or 2022? Like, you might have got too scared to open, period, and then you might never try to do something special like that, right? So, yeah, it's easy to look and be like, it's so much better, but you never know. It could be worse.
100%. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good question. I think so. Okay, please ask me 10 questions.
Okay. Have you ever thought about changing a big decision?
Not really. I think everything happens for a reason. For a reason.
I think about it. I just don't want it.
Wow.
What was one path that you chose that felt risky?
Quitting my job without a backup plan.
Backup plan. Wow. How did you choose? Or sorry, how did that choice affect you?
It helped me grow up and understand myself more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you follow your heart or logic when you decide?
I try to balance both, but usually my heart wins.
Okay. Have you ever made a decision without knowing the results?
Many times, life is full of surprise.
Have you ever regretted not choosing something else?
Sometimes, but I try not to look back too much.
What helps you feel sure about your choice?
Talking with close friends always helps.
Do you think every decision teaches you something?
Definitely, even mistakes have lessons.
True. How do you deal with uncertainty when making a decision?
I take a deep breath and just go for it.
Do you feel stronger after facing hard choices?
For sure, every hard thing made me more confident.
Okay. It depends on how hard it is. If it's too difficult, then I feel bad. Okay, very good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and
Individual,
individual, minor, major, rewarding, continuous, unique, risk. Please ask me.
Okay, when do you feel like an individual?
When I travel myself, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. What's a minor problem that still annoys you or annoyed you?
Annoying. My phone kept freezing. Your computer kept freezing. It was a small thing, but super annoying.
Well, I think it's a big thing because it's my job. But yes, very annoying. What's a major goal you're working on now?
I'm training for a marathon. It's a big deal for me in this year's race.
Oh, a triathlon.
Triathlon, yeah.
Okay.
Triathlon.
Okay. Have you ever done something that felt really rewarding?
Teaching kids English. Their smiles make it worth it.
That's true. What's something you do continuously, even when you're tired?
I journal every morning. It helps me stay focused.
What's a unique experience you had while traveling?
Last year, I joined a local festival in Australia, Sydney in Australia. It was an LGBTQ event called Mardi Gras. It was wild.
Yes, Mardi Gras is crazy.
Mardi Gras, yeah.
Have you ever taken a risk that changed your life?
Yeah, I went abroad myself. It was scary, but amazing. That's all. It's closing
all these
this
words
lesson.
are very useful. We use all these words all the time. Yeah.
Thank you. Please have a feedback for this lesson, for 2 lessons.
Yeah, I think having like the conversation, explaining something like you're learning something new about a sport like hockey. If there's any other topic like that you're interested in, like the Major League Baseball, that kind of style is pretty good to get you talking a lot. And then, of course, your normal style of back and forth is pretty good as well. But yeah, it's great to see you. And
yeah, I hope your computer getting better.
Computer maybe next time. Yeah.